What's going on, everybody? It's the Beast, the Beastly Gamer here. Wanted to show you guys a little bit of the PlayStation 4's UI, user interface, and kind of go through some of the things you can do now with this system, okay? It's extremely fast. Let me just start by saying that. Let's look at this live from PlayStation application, which allows you to live stream your gameplay. Now, if you have a PlayStation camera, you can actually broadcast your face alongside the footage of whatever game you're playing. I gotta say though, guys, I was really excited about this. As of right now, I'm a little let down because of the quality. You'd expect it to be, I don't know if you'd expect it to be 1080p because it's streaming, but even 720 or 480, I don't know. But the streams are not even as good as YouTube. As you can see here, NBA 2K14 on PlayStation 4. This game is a 1080p game, and the streaming quality is just terrible. It takes probably about 10 seconds for it to kind of catch up a little bit with itself. There it went. Just caught up with itself. And even though it caught up to that particular point, the graphics still are really washed out. They're not clear. They're not, they're not what you'd expect or what you'd want your PlayStation 4 streaming to look like, especially if you're, a YouTuber or someone who likes to video share a lot. Let's go ahead and check out someone else. I think this guy down here is playing, let me see, Call of Duty Ghosts. Let's see what this guy's doing. Now, this is a game I actually have, but this is the streaming functionality. I just wanted to show you guys what the streams look like. Now, keep in mind, if this guy had a PlayStation camera, his face would actually be up in the top right where that little head is. But he doesn't have one. He's talking, though. And see how it kind of just caught up with itself? He's talking about, this is so awesome. The graphics are so amazing. Call of Duty does look better on the PlayStation 4 than any other console. But it hasn't gotten my attention yet. It has not made me excited like Black Ops 2 did, honestly. I don't know if it's the level design, if it's the new, I don't know what it is. It just hasn't pulled me in yet, honestly. I'm going to be doing a review on it. But as of right now, I guess I got a couple more weeks to really delve deep into it because I'm just really starting out on the PS4. I'll let you guys know what I think. Now let's go ahead and check out what do we got here. Madden? Oh, Need for Speed. I think this guy's internet was so bad that his stream barely even worked, so I just backed out really quick. But I'm just doing this to show you guys how this works. It started and it stopped and then I was there. So his internet's a little choppy, and of course these streams will depend on what type of internet you got. If you got regular DSL, if you got high speed, if you got fiber optic, it all depends on what you have. I just backed out of it because it just wasn't going anywhere. And then we're going to check out Madden down here. I just wanted to show you guys how this actually works. Now the Twitch actually works really similar. It's really easy to upload to Twitch. It's like a button press, just a share button. You go through about a minute or so of options to upload the quality you want. But the quality is not. It's not like a video capture device. It's not like a Roxio or anything like that. It's just not really good. And hopefully Sony will update it really soon. Like I said, the UI is so quick. You can go from doing anything like immediately. You can stop playing a game, go right back to the menu, then go right back to the game. Now, the internet is the internet. It's nothing special. It's just like the PS3's internet. You can't even watch YouTube here. Like I went to YouTube earlier to see if the actual online YouTube worked. And it didn't. You get these errors where you need to update your flash, which you can't do because it's a PS4. So hopefully Sony will address this in the near future. And but I'm going to go ahead and go to Eurogamer, let you guys see how the actual internet looks. You can full screen it. I don't think I did. Okay, I did. You can full screen it and check it out. But it's just an internet browser. There's nothing really special about it. I guess for people who don't have internet or have any internet connectivity other than their PlayStation 4, which would be kind of an oxymoron, then this would be what they need. But other than just browsing sites, there's no flash support, so I don't really see much user, I don't see you doing much with it. Okay, let's go on down and check out some of the other stuff. The TV and video. I like this, but I don't. You guys see something missing? Let's look down here. What's missing? You guys see anything missing? YouTube is missing. You can't do that. PS3's got YouTube now. More than likely, they're going to update it. There's a lot of stuff there, but YouTube isn't there, and that's kind of disappointing. I was going to go to the Playroom, but I already had Killzone running. And see, the Killzone is still running right now. So, excuse me. I want to show you how quickly you can just go right back to the game. Oh, actually, I'm going to go to the PS Store first. The PlayStation Store has been revamped for the PS4. I know it may look similar to the PS3 PlayStation Store, but it is actually not. This is fully PlayStation 4, and it's nice and big for those who can't see. And I didn't spend too much time there because I actually saw some stuff I wanted to buy during this video, so I had to cut it. Now let's go ahead and check out Killzone. It's so easy to use this UI. It's not like the cross-media bar. It's super easy and, you know, user-friendly. It's just very easy to use. Now check out Killzone, guys. I know it looks good. Trust me, I swear it looks a million times better than this when you're actually playing it. The colors are drowned out with this camera. It is so mind-boggling beautiful when you're actually playing this game. I just want to just walk around. You know, I mean, of course, I don't mind shooting a couple guys in the face. But this game, it's something different. It's like if someone was playing an Atari and then all of a sudden you gave them a PlayStation, that's how I feel as far as the graphics go. These graphics, I mean, I was walking around looking at the ground, you know, and zooming up with a sniper rifle at the gravel and looking at the particle effects of the dust and looking at they have this new plasma engine for the sunlight and how light actually shines off things in real time. And, you know, I'm really a nerd, man. I love that kind of stuff. And so I just enjoy the tech. This game and Battlefield really kind of, now I'm kind of seeing what to expect. When you see it on YouTube, it's not what you're going to get, I promise you. What you see in here is definitely not what you're going to get. But even when you see like the 480, 720 videos on YouTube of uploads, it's not what you're going to get when you got a 1080p TV. Battlefield in this game, especially this game, this is probably in the top 3 best looking games I've ever seen, honestly, okay? It's truly a feat, and Guerrilla, they know how to do some really good work, just period. Call of Duty Ghosts, I got that game, this game, and Battlefield. Call of Duty is just, you know, a coat of paint on the Call of Duty engine, and we all know the Call of Duty engine is aging, but this is something that's totally new and was built from the ground up for the PlayStation 4, and these guys killed it. They destroyed it. I mean, from what I understand, I haven't beat the game yet, but from what I'm reading and hearing, the game's floating around 78 to 80 on Metacritic, so it's not doing bad at all. It's doing really good. But if it was just based on the graphics alone, I think it'd be at 100. But, you know, they need to probably focus on getting better writers next time, but have the same development team to create the next one. Can you guys imagine what this kind of shit's going to look like in 5 years? The PS4 was built with the future in mind. And ever since I turned this thing on, I've been getting more and more excited about, you know, the potential of what it can do. I went today and got my PlayStation camera, came home and used some of the voice functionality, you know, starting games, changing profiles, looking at different things through the voice. It's not as fine-tuned as the Kinect, but I don't think they really wanted to push it like that. The voice commands work. The face recognition works really well. You can be anywhere, basically in the room, and it'll find your face, and the camera will like turn to you, and it'll sign you into your profile based on your face. I think that's really good technology, and I think that probably in the future we do a few updates, Sony, and the PlayStation camera will be just as good as the Kinect, if not better. One thing you can't do, you can't turn on your PlayStation 4 with the voice command, but you can turn it off. And I don't know if that's even a bad thing, because if you can turn it on, it means your camera's listening to you even when you don't want it to be listening. And that's what a lot of people had problems with the Microsoft, you know, spy box situation. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Sony guys or gamers in general don't want their system listening to them when they want it off. So maybe that's a good thing. But I think there's probably a lot of potential coming, you know, down the pipeline for the camera, because it has dual camera. It's 2 of them. It finds you. It even in, you know, low light situations, it brightens up the room, and I think it's really fun. As you guys can see, I'm not really doing anything here. I'm just walking around, looking at stuff. Kind of confused, actually. because it kind of confused me. I didn't know really where to go, and I was just goofing off. And then I decided I knew where to go. This thing you use in this game called the owl is really nice. You can kill enemies with it, stun enemies with it, create a shield, or you can create a zip line, which I'm about to use here. You just look down, you swipe over on the touchscreen in the direction you need to go, and this owl shoots something to the ground. And these graphics are real time. It just is amazing that they done this in real time. And this owl thing, you can send it out and it'll lay cover fire and do all this stuff for you. It's really, really, really interesting. I think this game is amazing. Now we're back to the UI. Let's go on and check out the Playroom. The Playroom is where you use your little camera to it's kind of like the PlayStation Eye. You may have heard of a game called iPet. It's something similar to that, but it's not the iPet. You can do all kinds of stuff. There's air hockey, in which you can use your... That's me and my son. My son wanted to play with me. You can use your controller as like an air hockey controller, and you use a touchpad to slide your little pin back and forth to deflect the ball. There's these little robots that you can control. You can send them flying out of the controller, and then you can suck them back into the controller, and then you can go inside the controller and manipulate them and screw these little guys over, and you can make them dance and all kinds of stuff. I think this has potential. I think that they can do a lot with it, but it's going to get old really quick. I don't think I'll be doing this probably in another day or two. It just gets really old. But when you're just seeing it for the first time, yeah, it seems pretty exciting and entertaining. But, in summary, this is what I feel about, the PlayStation 4. It's having a phenomenal launch. The UI is fast and breathes life into a new console whose older brother was plagued with a cumbersome and confusing cross-media bar. The speed of the new user interface is truly stunning, and switching between gaming and other tasks is blazingly fast. And now starting your disc-based games doesn't take more than a few seconds. The new PSN store has been revamped and is extremely accessible. The TV and media section is littered with tons of movie and TV options spanning sports channels to things like Netflix and Crunchyroll, but is curiously missing YouTube, a much-liked video streaming application. The internet is there, but that seems to be all I can say about that at the moment. With things like no flash support holding it back, the uses will be varied. The live uploads and the Twitch ability, I think that they need to be overhauled, okay? Because at the moment, they're just plain simple ugly. Yeah, these little guys are real fun to mess with. All right. Now, if they overhaul and they peak the resolution, then they might have something to do, okay? The onboard graphics, though, is not to be messed with. It has stunning 1080p graphics, mind-blowing effects. The PlayStation camera lacks the full functionality of the Kinect 2.0, but is a vastly superior upgrade from the PlayStation 3i with its dual cameras, face recognition, and voice commands. But I think with updates, it'll be better than the Kinect 2.0. And the Playroom is a welcome addition, but it may get old extremely fast. But would benefit from weekly or bi-weekly updates that are free and offer different takes on what you can do with the hardware. It's still too early to say for sure, but the few hours I've invested with my PS4 have left me feeling extremely satisfied, beastly satisfied, and I loved it. As you guys can tell, this game did something to me. This console did something to me, and I was just overcome with the sensation of joy playing this game. And as the BC gamer, I just had to let it out. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm telling you guys all about this system. You guys make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share it with all your buddies. And come back and see me soon for some of the latest PlayStation 4 and gaming news.